As I thought, our boy Prisma here is rocking the Khitans, and he has kind of been a one-trick of the Civ. For those who don't know watching on YouTube, the Khitans is an absolutely broken civilization that came out of the new DLC. At first, I knew it was strong, but I put it at like A tier. Turns out it has like a 60% win rate across all elos, and it is considered absolutely broken by pretty much everybody. The Civ has just insane food economy through the pastors, and it has just so many strong bonuses, like Step Lancers with 9+4 attack, and has a lot of cool things going for it. However, I personally think it has one weakness, and that is archers killing Step Lancers, and their late game is not 100% the best, okay? So what I'm going to do in this game is I'm going to show you guys how to beat the Khitans, or at least I'm going to attempt to do it, because this is a live commentary. I'm a pretty ballsy YouTuber if you think about it. A lot of YouTubers, what they do is that they do the gameplay, and then they do voiceover commentary later. So they play like 5 games, take the best one, and commentate it, and then say, hey, look at this commentary where I win. I play one game and say, I'm going to win this game, and post it on YouTube either way. So even if I lose, it still goes to YouTube, and we're going to try our best to beat the Khitans here. I'm putting this video out mainly because, number one, I need to make videos. Number two, I think the Khitans will be abused for a long time, because I don't think that they're going to get nerfed as fast as people think they will get nerfed. So I think it's going to be like 2 weeks to maybe 4 weeks before we see a nerf. And I'm just basing this on, you know, the history of how nerfs come into play. And so if you're struggling with the Khitans on the rank ladder, try this approach, okay? So I'm gonna run you through the approach real quick. So the main game plan here is that we want to go for men-at-arms, okay? The reason why I think men-at-arms is the best approach against the Khitans is that it's the only strategy that pushes them back and forces them to stay home. Because if they start raiding you from the get-go, their scout spam is infinite, pretty much. Like, they never stop making scouts. They get foraging right away, and it's really hard to stop. It's quite obnoxious, to be fair. All right, so we're going to go for a standard men-at-arm rush here. I'm just going to go for a house, then we're going to mill the chickens. Only 6, but I guess I'll still mill them. Let's go ahead and grab that boar. Just scouting my map, and okay, now I'm going to go ahead and scout my opponent's map. Not the most efficient scouting pattern for me, because I was not scouting too much with my sheep, but fair enough. I do want to see if that's walled, though. Use a sheep to figure that out. Perfect. And let's go ahead and see if we can take out the Khitans. I hope you guys aren't getting too bored of my of the new Civ content, by the way. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit more. Like, I'm not only playing new Civs anymore. Played them for like a week or two. Got a bunch of videos, but now I do want to go back to something more regular. Alrighty, take a look at this, and it seems to be walled off. That's good. That's good to know, because walling is a part of our strat. So let's go back to my game plan. First game plan here is going to be to go men-at-arms. Keep the Khitans at home. It's very important to do that because you need to secure walls. You cannot beat the Civ without walling. It's literally impossible, because they're going to have 5+2 attack scouts in feudal age, and then if you can hold that somehow, with insane economy as well, and if you can somehow hold that, then you have to deal with 9+4 step lancers in castle age, and even like in castle age, walls don't really help you, to be fair, as well. So let's see what I can do here. I'm going to go ahead and start setting up everything in a wall. I'm going to make the wall super tight to my base. It's not going to be like walling the whole map, because Step Lancers counter walling big. They counter it very hard, because they break walls very fast. So you need to be able to like wall and then re-wall very quickly once the Lancers get here. And I'm already thinking about the Lancers, because again, it's just one of the best units that the Khitans can field. And it's considered, I would say, quite broken. Oh, don't run into the TC. Thought a TC was here for some reason, but it makes sense. His chickens are there. So you could go for a drush. I don't like the drush against the Khitans. I like the men-at-arm rush. And specifically because the drush gets cleared up too fast and then you're stuck defending at home. I don't really like that. So we're going to go for a men-at-arm play. You'll probably scout that as well. But I'm not too phased if he scouts it or not. Okay, it doesn't really matter, because even if he scouts it, I'm still going to pressure him with the men-at-arms, and he still, you know, probably has to deal with them. All right. So second plan after the men-at-arms is to wall up her base and play archers. You have to play archers, which is why I picked Ethiopians. You cannot play melee units against the step lancers. It's impossible. Alright? And again, if you try to play melee units, they also have heavy cav archer in castle age, so you're gonna get countered by those guys anyway. So Khitans really checkmate any, any kind of... Oh, hold on, he's walling up. Interesting. Then let's go for the range a bit earlier then. Hopefully I'm faster up to the next stage. I don't think I am though. This is kind of bad. Let's run back to my militia. Ah, this is horrible, yeah. I'll lose my scout. Okay. That's fair enough. We're gonna go for the range quickly then. Try to pressure that wall. I feel like I was saying something, but I got sidetracked. Oh well. That's the downside of the live commentary. Don't hit me, Wolf. Alright. So game plan still stays the same, but... Oh, kept my scout alive as well. But because his map is quite good, I'm not going to really be able to do much against his walls. I'll still try, though. Let's go over to the fairy side of things now. Maybe I can just use the scout to scout the map. But actually, I can probably use them in combat, so I'll keep him around. That's going to be walled. Not going to even try there. Chicken's barely keeping me afloat here. I'll start making some archers, okay? Ah, too good to be true. Should have scouted with him. Should have scouted with him. And I don't think we're going to be able to get in here. It's fully walled everything. So let's go back to the front and try to break in with our archers. We're going to still go on our same game plan here. Which is try to wall up and then see if we can get up to the next stage. Alright, we got Bidax. Men at Arms not doing a whole lot. But I mean, this is still kind of decent in a way, because it still keeps our opponent away from us, which is, I guess, the goal, right? So even if he's walling, it's not the end of the world. Alright. Can't move out until I make a spear. Does he make a range? Okay. Interesting. Let's just take this damage on the scout. Yeah, that's decent. Really doesn't look like I'm going to do much. Not going to go for the spear because I don't think he made a stable. I think he's just abusing the pastures here. He might let me in. That could be a huge mistake. No. Doesn't make the huge mistake. Okay. And now we're going to try to play towards Castle Age. And I have a problem. Khitans get fully upgraded skirms. And this is, in my opinion, what makes them like a really strong civ. Is that they have an amazing economy, but then they also get fully upgraded skirms. So if you're playing against an archer civ, they just go skirm. And it's really hard to deal with. It's actually quite painful. But I have a strategy against that. You basically just defend. And you don't try to push the Khitans. Because if you fight them in open field, they use the mobility of their step lancers to absolutely decimate you. But if you fight them at home, then their skirms can't really do too much because you have, potentially defensive siege. And it's a lot harder for them to do much with their cavalry. Their step lancers are only 60 HP at the end of the day. So we're just going to play towards Castle Age here. We're going to be down a lot of resources. It's not learning from that move. Alright. And I will say, like, guys like Prisma or one-tricking Khitans, I don't recommend that. I was talking with a few friends last night from Age of Empires, Hearts and Neri. And we're basically saying, like, he's just one-tricking Khitans. This civ will get nerfed very soon, like, quite clearly. And he's not going to improve as a player. He's just going to be spamming games with the broken civ. And it's not going to make him a better player. So I advise him to not do this. And I don't advise anyone to do this from YouTube as well. It's really just not a good game plan to get better. If you want to one-trick something, you want to one-trick a civ that's, like, good. But not, like, clearly broken. Because then it will get nerfed and then all your one-trick investment doesn't do too much. This is only good if you want to gain elo fast. And you don't care to improve as a player, then okay. Then one-trick the broken civ, fair enough. I'll make one more farm, but that's about it. As you can see, we got the game plan down. However, it was not exactly us that got the game plan. It was just him going for a defensive opening. And so, we got a free pass to Castle Age. Alright. Notice I'm still pressuring him a little bit. Just see if he makes a mistake, really. Nothing more than that. And here I'll probably get Wheelbarrow. And then we can just go up to the next stage. Should be quite reasonable. Wall this up just to make sure there's no holes. We're going to have to fully wall at some point, by the way. So something like that would have to come through. I don't want to do it right now, though. Because right now it's kind of bad. I don't want to take a food bill off. Because I'm going to need as much food as I can get here. Alright. Make a house of the Woodville because I'm floating a bit of wood. Shit, it's kind of bad that I'm floating a bit of wood. Maybe I'll take one off. Yeah, let's do this, whatever. I'll need to get ballistics ASAP. And like gate here would be like amazing. Alright, we'll just wait. I'm gonna not make another archer for a bit. Alright. And I think you should be up by now. So the next way to beat the Khitans is to not try to beat them in cast stage by playing aggressively. I think you almost exclusively have to play defensively against the Civ, which is why it's so hard to beat. A lot of players are just not comfortable playing on defense. Now we're just gonna go up. Because their late game is where they start to show some weaknesses. Their mid game is absolutely insane, so we can't really fight them there. So now, once I'm up, then taking off food bills doesn't matter anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and get that set up. Get horse collar, get gold money upgrade, and then get fletching. I still have my men at arms, by the way. You never know when I could use those guys. Possibility that something will come up that I can use them with. Main game plan here is to not play cavalry, by the way. So I could play like some knights and stuff and pressure. That's usually how I play Ethiopians. But again, against the Khitans, I don't think it's wise. Just because their step lancers will melt through my knights way too quickly. If he is indeed going for them. So instead what I'm going to do is try to get a 3 TC boom going. Because the pastures they don't scale that well. In the sense that they're not like completely broken compared to regular handcart farms. They're just way better than regular farms early game. We need a sip of water here. His skirm's not at home. This means one thing and one thing early. His skirms are going forward, okay? I don't know where they are, but they're forward. I'll use the men at arms to distract him a little bit at home. See, only one skirm. This is really good. He's going to show me his upgrades. Alright, we're gonna go Siege Workshop and Ballistics right off the bat. Alright, super important to tech into those two things. Elite skirm I expect to come through as well. But we're going to start with the workshop, by the way. We're not going to go with... Oh, missed fletching there. It's kind of bad. Alright, just losing a few farms. I'm going to try to do something a little cheeky. I'm going to try to get out here and make a town center. And then the third town center will be here. So I'm going to boom to that side. He's not getting a lead skirmisher. Still. He is committing to skirms. So what that tells me is that he's not planning to play aggressive. He's planning to just boom. So we're going to add in our own siege, get Bodkin, and we're gonna then try to pressure him and punish him for not getting elite skirm tech. It's very risky, actually, that he's not getting it. So moving out here, just don't want to die to random step lancers. If he does go for that. I'm gonna loop around here, and I'm gonna come up from behind him and take some good chances of the skirms, or I can just counterattack. Thing is, if I counterattack, everything's house walled, so I can't really break in anywhere. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get a little creative here. I'm gonna push him back with a mangonel. And I'm going to pincer him. He has elite skirm now, but he doesn't have last armor, so I'm going to split him up. This is huge. Alright, this is nice. There we go. So I got a nice little advantage here. Oh, he has ballistics. That's why he's hitting me. Okay, it's not really an advantage then. Yeah, that fight was not that good of a trade. Interesting. Okay, not the best trade, actually. Didn't realize he had ballistics. That I would not have taken that fight if I'd known. Pretty weird to go ballistics before elite skirm, though. Caught me off guard. We do have a 3 TC boom set up, so it's not bad. Also, that scout being inside our base is huge. Then we know he's not going to have step lancers because there's no upgrades. So now I can try to set up some kind of pushback. I don't need to get ballistics, by the way, anymore, because he's not going to go cavalry. So what I can do is make a second mangonel and try to pressure him again. I kind of need to do something now. I can't really rely on defense because he did quite a bit of damage to me. So I want to kind of move out here and try to do something back. At home, I'll just keep maybe a second mangonel. So yeah, let's just try to push out with a small force and see what happens. Again, the game plan is still not to fight him too much in the center of the map, but right now I'm safe because he's not actually going step lancers. Now we get a little bit of information here. I'll play back. Remember, he does have ballistics, so I have to be a bit careful. That's what I'm playing defensive siege. There we go. He's siege pushing us, so we need to just stay defensively here. And at this point, I only need enough crossbows to get to Imperial Age. So that's the next step. We're not going to win this game of Castage. We're going to stay on defense because he is siege pushing me. And we're going to take advantage of the nice Ethiopian outpost, sorry. And expos. Taking advantage of both. But now especially the outpost here on defense. And he's a good player. He's not going to make like stupid mistakes here. Absolutely not, but I'm still going to test him on it. I think that gets it. No, that should get it. Nice. Yeah, rocky carts are interesting. Hard to know how good they are. They feel quite good, but... There you go. So, successful defense there. And the longer this game goes, I would say it's the better for me. Because the Khitan food economy gets weaker, relatively speaking, the longer the game goes. So I'm going to get an outpost here to again get some bit more vision. We're playing towards Imperial Age. Here he comes again. I think I messed up. Ooh. Oh, he tried to get greedy on me there. Tried to go for my crossbows. I'm just gonna stay home and defend. Very good. I need more on gold. That's my win condition, just getting up to Imperial Age a bit quicker than him. See if I can manage that. It's really hard to defend against the rocket carts, though, I will say. Like how it is defending against any siege push. I don't think the rocket carts are too special, but... I guess it's just a little weird how the projectile lands. I can tell there's going to be an imbalance in my economy, so I'm going to get a market. My food count is rising much faster than my gold count because I'm spending my gold. And I'm going to just go ahead and get Town Watch here. I'm not going to be able to defend this if I don't see him coming from a mile away, but Town Watch is going to really solve things for me, which is good. Alright. And Town Watch kicking in. Market kicking in. We're about to get up to next stage. I don't really like this gate. I think I might delete it. Oh, I need another building. Actually, no, it should be university. That's a 1-for-1 probably. Yeah. 1-for-1, but he gets a bit more advantage. Just trying to play smart. I need to find out counter to skirms at some point here. Normally it's Chotels, but I don't know if I can manage Chotels. His Ethiopian crossbows are not bad on defense, eh? Oh, he hit the farm. That was really smart. Used the farm trick. Forward castle is usually accompanied by a fast imp. So in this case, my best advantage is that I can go bombard cannon and he doesn't, so I can win the Treb war. I won't even use Trebs, but... Ah, he got that one. Okay. Man, oh man, this is tough. I'm just gonna stay with Arbalest, because it's basically the only unit I can make that does anything here. Wow, way faster in from him. That is absolutely wild. That's that economy, man. I'm telling you, it's so hard to play against. Yeah, our only game plan here is to try to survive with bomber cannons. It's gonna be tough though. It's gonna be real tough. Oh, I just deleted a bill. That's not nice. Could even get onagers, by the way. So I've got options here. Yeah, I might take onager. I think that's a really good counter to him having no bomber cannon. He gets the mounted trebuchet. I don't think it's nearly as good. think I just have to garrison archers. Okay, onager and natural counter to onager. This DC is just going down. Nothing I can do about that guy. A step lancer or hussar. Things are collapsing here very fast. And it's all about getting that hold. So we just have to hold. Ah, that's unlucky. Get some of that precious stone. I'm losing a lot of my houses on the front, which is why this is such a bad situation here. I have no relic, no map control. This is the Khitans, guys, for you. Like, you just can't play against them in a fair way here. I'm going for pikes. It's not really confirmed that he's gonna go step lancers, but I'm just scared of that, so I'm respecting it. This cav archer won't do much. Whatever, just let that guy go. He's clearly cycling over here, so let's match it. Send a couple there. And there's the light cav. I hope I don't lose this guy. Okay, nice. Oh, I lost the Ville repairing her. Don't block her, don't block her! Pikeman! Oh my goodness, the Pikeman of Doom. He has a secret agent. I don't have much space. I can't even really play the game here. Fine, I'm gonna make do with what we have. Which is not much. We have bombard cannon, so we can hold on a lot with bombard cannon. Not gonna be shy to use my gold, but I also do need to get at some point the half tech. The upgrade is absolutely crucial. I think he's not watching. Nice easy shot there. Trying to raid. And raiding with that civ is hard because their units are really low HP. See if I can get some outposts going. So maybe even a monastery.
Another lovely morning with Hera. Nice.
Really just making the most out of a bad situation. Funny thing is, like, I didn't even get to play the game. I'm in a bad situation because my opponent locked in Khitans. That's like the part about like broken civs. You don't put yourself in a bad position because you played bad. Your opponent just has a better civ. Doing pretty well here though. I still insist. Not too bad. Stopping these raids in their tracks, which is good. Need to get some siege back though. I think I should siege the front. I'm gonna go for the front siege. Really utilizing my arbalest. And there's a bunch of things I would like to get here. Oh, a monk. That was a Ville. He hit it. Alright, I'm using all my gold here. Because I need to push back. It's so important to push back. But again, those raids are nothing. Those raids are nothing. Like, the halbs will eat them. Not even a problem here. Clear my onagers. It's the weakness of the Khitans, guys. No bomber cannons, so this is what they died to. They died to boom and then slow push back in the game. He's coming from the back. I don't think that does much. Oh, but he's sniping my cannons here. Be unhappy about that. Oh, I let him know I'm unhappy about it. The house, by the way. Obviously, it's just really difficult to play at a good level sometimes. And this castle has to get cleared. Lost a lot of my onagers. Kind of stuck with bomber cannon now. Got that nice hill going for him as well. That's kind of what, like, getting full map control gets you, though. It gets you positions like that. Might switch the game up on him a little bit. First of all, it's a free trap if I can hit it. Can't. Might switch the game up and just go ahead and attack this castle. I'm walled all the way there, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, he's using the mounted trebuchet there. That's insane. Ah, that's annoying. Really can't do a whole lot with my halbs. Can I get that castle on the other side? Yeah, this is looking kind of like a loss at this point. If I can't push this back at all, it's going to be a loss. I'm going to try to patrol forward with my halbs. Since I feel myself losing, I'm going to just start taking some risks here. And these risks involve patrolling Arbalest into skirms and seeing what happens. We'll have a lot of halbs here as well. Not worried about the raids though. Let's go for the one area. Kill that castle on the other side. Let's just patrol in here. My stone is there, everything's there, so. I think we're dead here. Unfortunately. I need to break the siege, it's so important. Nah, I think I can't. Actually, I might be able to kill the castle, but I lost my siege and I don't get it. One hit away. Lost that castle. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Probably cannot win from here. Needed to push it back, play with onagers, but not gonna be possible. That's unfortunate. GG. Well played. Well played, Khitans. Tried my best, but was not able to break that siege in time. And he did a good job getting masonry. And it's just really difficult to play against the Civ. It really just is difficult to play against the Civ. Fair enough. You know, we tried our best. Ethiopians was okay. It kind of did well with the game plan, but probably what I needed was just some kind of cavalry civ at the end there. So maybe something like Italians would do really well, actually, against the Khitans. Yeah, I think if I had to play this again, I would love the Italians, because I'd go, like, Arbalest, and then I would just switch to Hussar, because I don't think I need the help, honestly. Because the units are very squishy. They have only 75 HP. The Arbalest were just fine against that. So something like Arbalest, Hussar, and if you get to the Dream Comp, Genoese Crossbow plus Hussar would be insane. So something like the Italians would be amazing against the Khitans, I think. I mean, I say amazing, but like Khitans still have the advantage because it is an overpowered civ. It gets way too much food early. But if you're able to hold that early push, I think you have a good chance to push it back and actually win. Pretty good comment from the chat. But to be honest, it's just unfair that you cannot get out of your base ever. Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, if he's on skirms, he would just go skirm monk to keep you locked in, and he would outboom you if you try to pressure him in castle age, which is why I didn't want to do that. And if you're on anything melee unit, he just goes step lancer or heavy CA, and you literally can't play the game against that either. And if you try to push, he gets way too far ahead of in economy in castle age, so it's really not an option. So you have to play defensive, you have to try to hold, but that just requires you to play defensive the entire game. And like in this case, I missed out on my stone, missed out on my gold, and missed out on the relics, missed out on any kind of expansion. So it's really just not really playable this way either. Maybe Italians could do a bit better. But yeah, fair enough. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. If you guys want to get better at the game, make sure to check out my Patreon guides. Link to that in the description below. And if you guys want to watch this games live on Twitch, link to that also in the description below. That's where we live stream. And as always, hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.